Hello, my lovely Taurus people. How are you? Welcome to the rest of your July reading. Please, guys, if you want your videos to be one of the first ones I create when I do my weekly uploads, then please give the video the thumbs up, because that's how I decide what videos I get done first, because the more likes, the more it's pushed up into the algorithms on YouTube, the more views the video gets. And please leave me a comment as well in how this reading resonated for you. And if you're new, welcome, subscribe, click on the bell for all notifications. And you guys, we just had a new moon, July 17th, and it is a powerful new moon. Where we're blocked, blocks will be removed. What we have been lacking will be replenished, right? As long as we continue to do the work. So let's see, my beautiful Taurus people, what moon energy wants to present itself to you. For my beautiful Taurus people, for the rest of July 2023, what is the moon energy that they should embrace right now to create the future they want for themselves? For my beautiful Taurus people, we have believe in the impossible, right? Believe in the impossible. Very nice. The blue moon, it's about having conversations, right? And believing that you'll get the outcome you are wanting. It's also about believing in the unknown, in God, Creator, Spirit, the universe, the energies, and how they work, right? A personal issue reaches resolution. I feel like this is happening by the next full moon. Okay. Definitely a lot of blue here in this card. These cards. So this is definitely about communication. All right, so there is going to be communication taking place, okay, that's going to resolve a difficult situation in your life, a trying area in your life. But whatever it is, go into it thinking that you're going to have the best outcome that is for your highest good and the highest good for all involved, okay? Now we're going to see what animal spirit wants to work with you, my beautiful Taurus people. You may see this spirit animal come across your path. You may see it in your dreams. You could hear a friend experience seeing this spirit animal. However it presents itself to you, then know that this reading is 100% for you. Okay, for those of you who don't visually see this, but what the spirit animal of the card represents, and you feel like you're in that situation right now, you call upon this spirit animal to help you see what it is you need to see so that you can make the best possible choice for yourself and for your own highest good and the highest good for all involved. Okay, so what spirit animal wants to be with my Taurus people? You have red kangaroo, responsibility. Okay, so you either have someone in your life that needs to take responsibility for their actions, for their behaviors, or you're needing to take responsibility for your actions, for your behavior, and take responsibility for your own life, right? Whenever we go through something that we really look at, right, what we really look at, part of that healing is seeing your own actions that played out in that situation, okay? And that's what I feel like is being asked of you here. Number 39, I believe, is Earth energy. It is. I was right. So it's about getting yourself really grounded, right? Really grounded. Get ready. You ready to hear the message? So you call on Red Kangaroo when you need to take responsibility for something that's going on in your life. The red kangaroo is unique in its ability to maintain 3 young at once. One at foot, one in the pouch, while a third develops in the womb. As the one at foot is weaned, the one in the pouch exists, making way for the partly formed sibling which instinctively climbs into the pouch directly after birth. With the womb now devoid of life, the female will mate immediately, thus replacing the foetus. When environmental conditions are fertile and rain is abundant, the feed is lush and plentiful, and the weather is benevolent. Thank you. Red kangaroo lives a productive existence. If the conditions deteriorate, however, bringing drought, fire, or flood, the meek female red kangaroo will relinquish the infant in her pouch and put the foetus in the womb into the state of suspended animation. The infant remains nourished and is continually fed by the mother, but it does not develop physically. She can sustain the foetus in a way for quite some time, waiting for the conditions of the land to improve so that the joey can be born into a time of plenty. By surrendering to the essence of one's joey and by putting the other into a state of hold, she takes responsibility for her own survival and that of her family. If Red Kangaroo has leaped into your cards today, you may be feeling as though you have sacrificed a large part of yourself for the benefit of your family. Maybe the time has come to reclaim these aspects instead of harboring resentment and jealousy. Are you living in a constant state of stress, for example, barely surviving from one day to the next? If so, do you see this as taking sound responsibility? If you are a parent, remember that everything you do inherently instills itself in the consciousness of your children as acceptable behavior. Ask yourself if you are taking your responsibilities as a parent, partner, or principal person seriously. Are you honoring the pledge of responsibility you make to yourself growing up? Or would you say that you are in an emotional drought or dormancy at the moment? If this is the case, it may be time to reinnate some element of yourself so that you can begin taking responsibility for your life and that of your children in a more productive, abundant manner. Wow. Okay, so this is about really taking responsibility and looking at your part in a situation. If you're a parent, are you enabling your child? What is it that you're doing that you want your child to repeat in their life that maybe is not a healthy pattern? Right? That is not a healthy pattern. So what belief systems are you going by that maybe you learned as a child or were lacking in your life as a child, so now you overdo it in your adulthood? It's like when you hear those parents say, I want to give my children everything I didn't have growing up. Well, that's all fine and good, but when you really sit back and you think about it, some of those things you learned growing up, helped you establish those roots to be very successful, to be able to give your children everything they want. So, wouldn't you want to establish those roots in them as well, so that they can be maybe even more successful financially than you were, so that they can buy all their heart's desires for themselves and stand on their own 2 feet and give to their children what they need, right? What they need to have a healthy childhood, right? I get it. If you starved as a child because things were really tight, right? And now you're creating a life for yourself where you have stability. So you want to make sure your children are fed well, they're nourished well, they're drinking healthy drinks, right? You're really focused on them being fed. But they don't need all the other material things, right? They don't need all the, have them earn it, have them work for it, right? Because that's what you learned. You had to work for what you have so that you could provide for your family. But that doesn't mean you provide for your family throughout your whole entire life till you die, right? Our children need to leave the nest, and they need to have the proper tools to help them leave that nest, right? So I feel like that's what the kangaroo spirit is saying here. You need to take responsibility, and at some point, when do you take responsibility for yourself, right? For your growth, for your stability. So let's see, my Taurus. Wow, where is this going? Okay, where is this going? What is the message for the rest of July for my wonderful Taurus people? What do they need to know, Spirit? Clear messages, please. For my Taurus people, believe in the impossible. Queen of Wands, Page of Cups, there you are, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This has been coming up a lot in your readings, Taurus. When do you do you? Right? When do you do you? When do you have your passionate beginning? When do you decide? Oh, you're deciding. Justice. Bringing balance back into your life. Patiently. Either you've been waiting patiently to express your love to someone, or someone has been patiently waiting for you to express your love for them. Tower. Wow. Okay. Two of Wands. Nine of Cups. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Not necessarily, though. It could be very much, for me, I look at the Queen of Wands as, you know, the lioness, the protector, right? The lioness, the protector over the king. Why does she protect the king? Because she has great love for the king, right? And the king has great love for the lioness, right? He provides for the lioness, right? And the lioness protects the king. She will give her life for the king. This is something that has been coming for a long time now, right? With Temperance here. This is patiently waiting. for a passionate new beginning. One that is balanced, one that is fair, one that is equal. Okay? If any of you are going through, which I don't feel like this is, so I'm not even gonna go where I was gonna go. It's like suddenly something happens, Taurus, that makes you realize that you're the one who has to make the decision to fill your cups, to create your dreams, for your wish to be fulfilled. Okay? And there is a tower moment that is going to happen. Someone has been patiently waiting for this to happen. But guess what? Guess what? I say this all the time, right? When Spirit presents us with opportunities to grow and evolve, right? And we just stay stagnant, right? Because the King of Pentacles, he doesn't have to do anything. He's made his stability. He has his money. He can sustain his life, right? He can stay that way for the rest of his life. But guess what? Spirit says, dude, we've been patiently waiting for you to make this decision for yourself. But guess what? The King of Pentacles, even though you may know there's a choice you need to make, and you've been procrastinating and procrastinating and procrastinating, that's when Spirit comes in and causes a tower moment and says, dude, you can't procrastinate anymore. Do that. It's happening now. We've been patiently waiting for you. Everyone's been patiently waiting for you to take charge of a passionate new beginning for yourself, a happy life, a wish being fulfilled. We presented it to you, and you're just taking way too long to make this decision. So you know what? We're pushing you through that door now. We are presenting a tower moment in your life where you can no longer avoid taking responsibility. Okay? You can no longer not see the unhealthy behaviors that you are teaching, okay, to others, to your children, to your love partners, to friends, to foes. When do you follow your heart? When do you fill your cup? Right? When do you fill your cup, Taurus? Some of you may be sending a text message saying either apologies or I love you, or and it may be quite emotional. Okay, quite emotional. Please clarify the tower. What is the tower here? What is the tower? Two of Cups. Seven of Cups. Okay, so here's the thing. The tower is not like everybody dreads the tower. When they hear the tower, they're like, oh my God, right? But the oh my God, right, is what forces you to make a choice. Right? This is about no longer being on the fence, trying to balance two things at the same time, looking at the pros and the cons. Spirit's like, how many times are you going to do the balancing act? How many times? So they're throwing you off the ball so that you will choose to follow your heart, so that you will allow this new beginning, a very, very fruitful new beginning. It's new life. It's a new adventure. It's a whole new experience, what you've been dreaming for, asking for. And Spirit's like, dude, we've presented it to you. Look, it's right here. It's right here. What are you doing? What are you doing? So this is either around a belief system that, you know, you have to give your family everything, okay? Or you could be in a situation where you're not married, but connected to somebody, and you feel like you're obligated, right? You got to keep giving and giving. I got to keep that balance. I got to keep, dude, is it really balanced? Dudette, is it really balanced? Think about it. Okay, think about it. Because now Spirit is going to cause a tower moment where, you know, you can no longer be up in this, let me look at all of my options. Let me think about this for a while. No. No. Something is going to happen that is going to throw you off your game so that you are forced to make a decision. Choose a cup. Which cup are you going to fill? Are you going to fill your cup, or are you going to fill all these other cups? Okay? What is the advice for my Taurus people? Look at that. So the advice for you, my Taurus people, is don't miss out. And I feel like you're getting the clarity on this, that this person is your counterpart. This is like double confirmation of soulmate energy here. This person is your counterpart. This person is your destiny. You were fated to be together. You were fated to be together. And you're getting the clarity that, you know, whatever this tower moment is that happens, it's like the do or die point in time where you can no longer put off this decision, right? You can no longer think about what cups am I filling. You're going to have to make a choice. You are going to have to make a choice, or you're going to miss out on the most beautiful opportunity in love that you'll ever experience. So make that choice before Spirit forces you to make that choice. Right? You can either choose to make the choice on your own, or Spirit's going to make the choice for you. Trust me, the easier path to take is making the choice on your own. Okay? So there you have it, my Taurus people. It's as clear can be. As always, guys, please give the video the thumbs up. That helps it climb up in the algorithm, and it also helps you be one of the first videos I create for my channel weekly. Leave me a comment on how this resonates for you. And as always, from my heart to yours, love, light, and blessings. Be well. Take care.